What's good, guys? It's your boy Full Throttle Josh. We're back at it again. Today we're gonna go over all the parts. I'm gonna tell you where to get the big bore kit from. I got a little treat for you guys. This is an old school service manual. It's actually a service manual for a 87 DR200S. So this is pretty cool to look at. Plus it shows you how to put the kickstart on in here and everything. So we're gonna look at all this little stuff. First things first, we're gonna start with the kickstart. You notice I have two of them here. We'll get into that in a second. So here are the things that I ordered for the kickstart. Of course, you need the lever, output shaft, the bolts to hold these two brackets in the motor, the oil seal that goes here that replaces that rubber thing, the idle gear that goes in the output shaft, these two washers. I mean, you don't even need those two washers. You could just take them from your current output shaft, but I want a new one. So I did a bunch of research on Thumper Talk about this. I didn't know I wasn't gonna need all these weird parts. So you need a longer output shaft because the output shaft that's on your current DR200, if it's a 1996 and newer, is gonna be too small, too short for the idle gear. So you need the output shaft, you need the idle gear, you're gonna need these bolts, okay? Don't go cheap, don't try to get Harbor Freight bolts, just get OEM bolts. I'm gonna leave links down below. I think it's called japan.webike. That's where I got all my parts from for literally a fraction of the price. So there's no excuse. You get all these parts for dirt cheap with the supplier I'm gonna give you. And it's all OEM parts. It takes a little bit longer to get here because you're cutting out the middleman. Bro, you're saving money. So yeah, get the OEM bolts. You're gonna need this seal for the shaft, for this shaft right here. The idle gear, the brackets. Again, I'll leave links down below. You guys remembered I said I was gonna put this all in my eBay store. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put this shaft in my eBay store because this is not from OEM. This is from eBay somewhere, some mom and pop shop in Australia. These are all OEM. This is from China. So it's gonna be like, you're gonna get 5 things mailed to you from different manufacturers at different times and you're not gonna know when you're gonna get it. It would be hard for me to set up tracking and all that shit. So I'm just gonna leave links down below where to get all this stuff. Like every little part that you need for this. Then I'll include this in my eBay store because this I had to source through China and it was a bit of a mission. So I doubt any of you guys are gonna, you know, dig around as much as me. So I'm not making profit off this, guys. Like maybe I'll make $3 profit. Like, come on, you know, if you really want to be like a rat, do it yourself, do the research, but I'm trying to help you guys out. So let's get to this right here. This is Chinese kickstart assembly. It comes with everything. Comes with the gear, the spring, the other spring, the shaft. Because there's another bike out there that Suzuki sold the patent to for their motor. It's the same motor as the DR200. I forgot the name of it. It's called something. Let me see this. Hold on. It's called I think it's QMGY 200. They split it with some Korean or some other Chinese manufacturer that produces a similar bike to the DR200. So that's where I found this. So you could get parts for the DR200 pretty cheap, like Chinese parts. That's probably getting the cylinders, the pistons, the cylinder heads, because it's the same parts for the same motor. So that's where I got this from. This is an actual DR200S 1987 kickstart assembly, and these things are near identical. I think this was longer by like oh, I can't even tell you, man. Like not even a millimeter. It was maybe it's maybe a little bit longer than the original. What's a big difference though is the gears. This is the original gear, and this is the one they send you, the Chinese one. So I don't know if this gear is going to be long enough to work for what I'm doing, but you know what, we'll try. It's probably the same gear that the DRZ 125 uses for its kickstart assembly. That's what I'm guessing. We're going to have to figure that out. We'll see if that even works. Hopefully it does, because if it does, then that'll be great. But the good news is that they still make this gear. So you can still order this assembly, and this gear is going to fit right on here. Boom. If you just order this assembly from me, and you get this gear is like 30 bucks, I think. You're chilling. It's going to be cheap. It's still going to be cheaper than buying every single part OEM. Unless you go on eBay and find the whole 1987 DR200 assembly like how I did, which I got super lucky for because they're rare. You know, not every day someone's parting out a 1987 DR200. So that's it for the Kickstart. We'll see. Hopefully I can get away with this gear. If not, I got that one, and I'll get the little fucking corrosion, little rust that's on here, and just slap it on there and call it a day. Now leave all the parts down below. You guys know the deal. So Kickstart, going over that shit is done. All right. Here we have the 1987 DR200 service manual. I think it shows how to throw the Kickstart in here. Let me see. Yeah, so get a load of this. This shows you how to put the Kickstart in, which shouldn't be that hard, but it's always nice to have it in the service manual. So it's pretty cool to see. I just like shit like this. It's like history, you know, for bikes. But anyway, guys, if you need to actually have pictures of the service manual to help you out with this, follow me on Instagram, DM me, and I'll take pictures and I'll send it to you. I'll help you guys out, you know? I'm all about helping everybody out. So there's enough with the service manual. Damn, I got it dirty. Fucking $300 service manual. Whatever. That kind of ruined my day. All right. What you guys been waiting for? The big bore. The big bore kit. Here it is. This is the 240 cc big bore kit. Okay, that's the piston for it. This is original, so just look at the comparison. Look at that. What's that? Look at that gaping hole. Hot dog down a hallway vibes. Look at that tiny hole. You can even tell with the pistons, bro. Look at this. This piston is way bigger. Mike Gallagher makes these kits. I'll leave his contact info down below so you guys can get in touch with him for these kits. One thing about these kits, you need a 2005 newer crankcase for the 240 kit to work. He makes another kit that's a 218 cc kit that will work on 1996 to 2004 crankcases, but if you want the 240, it's not going to fit on like a 2002 DR200. Your crankcase needs to be from 2005 and up. I mean, you could, hypothetically speaking, get the crankcase machined and shit, but direct bolt-on, it's not going to happen, guys. So yeah, there it is, guys. If you guys have any questions, leave comments down below. Slide into my Instagram. And yeah, guys, let's get this thing on the road. Let's keep sending it. Full throttle Josh out. Deuces.